Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. There's a question that keeps on coming back and coming back. It's quite simply, how do you get the Superman emblem? Although I did make at least one video, if not a couple, the question keeps on coming back, so let's try and answer it once more. Basically, when people are asking that, they're talking about the emblem that you're seeing right now. That's the Batman v Superman emblem that is sadly no longer available in the game. It was available on the marketplace for about a month, and then after a month, for some reasons we don't know about, it was removed from the marketplace. The only answer we got was that it was removed because of some sort of licensing issue, and that's all we heard about that. But sadly, that emblem is no longer available unless you've already purchased it. So we're going to look at a few options. One of the options you have is to purchase the Superman hoodie. It has a really nice Superman emblem, as you can see. It's one of the best Superman emblem you can see in the game. Sadly, it has the drawback of being on a hoodie, so you have all that flabby thingy of the hoodie in the front. That doesn't look too graceful, but sadly, if you want a Superman emblem, that's one of the few options you have, sadly. So to have that emblem, quite simple, you go to the marketplace, and you purchase the hoodie. I'll show you where it is so that there's no confusion, because there's quite a lot of stuff in the marketplace. It's easy not to know where to look. So you have to go into the style items tab, and pretty much at the very bottom of it, that's where you're going to find the Superman hoodie. It's one of the first few items that were on the marketplace. So as they keep on adding more items to the marketplace, the hoodie gets pushed back more and more and more. So you can see it wasn't that expensive. I think it's $1.80 like the other styles. Anyway, there is also the Superboy hoodie that you can get, but this one you need to get from the vault. Basically, you're gonna have to run the vault every day or whenever you're able to, and hope to get lucky and get the Superboy hoodie. If you're really lucky, you could get it really quickly. If you're not so lucky, it could take you 2 years to get it. With the vault and the random number generators, you never know what you're going to get, literally. What was the better option for a long time is the House of Hell Warsuit. As you can see, it has a really nice big Superman emblem. The one drawback for the Warsuit is that, as you can see, it's like some sort of weird alien armor. But other than that, if you want a really nice big Superman emblem, that is the chest piece that you need. And it is still available in the game, and it is fairly easy to get. It is a tier 2. Oh, here's a nice Superman. Has nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's just a nice Superman that someone made using the void material. So it was worth to just stop and give him a little thumbs up. So let's go back. I will show you the long way because I know that there are people who still get lost in the Hall of Doom and the Watchtower. So let's take the long way around. I will show you where you can purchase. Oh, too much talking, not enough looking where I'm going. So anyway, so basically you need to go see the tier 2 vendor. We'll get there someday. So you see here our friend the Power Girl. That's where you can get the House of Hell Warsuit from. It is a tier 2 set of gear that is fairly easy to get. There's also another vendor that sells the suit. I will show it to you in a bit. So let's see what our friend the Power Girl is selling. So here you can see it's the very first item that she's selling, the Potent Kryptonian chest guard. That's the DPS version. If you want the healer or controller or tank version, you have to go all the way down to be able to get that version. And as you can see, it's 48 marks of victory, and you can see the stats to the left of what the stats of the gear. So it is a tier 2 set of gear, and it is fairly easy to get early in the game. So if you want to have a nice Superman emblem, early in the game, it's one of the less bad option. She also sells the cape. There's 2 vendors that sell the cape. There's Power Girl, and there's also Steel. Actually, there's 3 vendors. There's the style vendor also, the 00 vendor. Here you can see that she's selling the cape for 32 marks of victory. Again, first you have the DPS gear. Further down the vendor, you will find the healer gear or controller gear or tanky gear, depending on what the role of your character is. So let's go and show you where you can get the style vendors. Again, I will take the long way around because went the wrong way. See, even I can get lost in the watchtower sometimes. So basically, I'm going to show you the style vendor where you can actually buy that gear. The thing is, when you're tier 2, you can purchase the gear at Power Girl. But once you reach tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, once you reach beyond tier 2, then you can go to the style vendor and you can purchase the style for just 10 marks of victory. So this little vendor over there, the vending unit 00, that's where you can purchase this chest piece, and also the cape. You can purchase it from him too. Sadly, since I already have the style, if I look at what the vendor is selling, I'm not going to be able to see the style. But if you look at what the vendor is selling, you will see that he's selling pretty much every styles that the vendors are selling for 10 marks of victory apiece. So as you can see, the only style that I have left to purchase with this character is the Spirit of the Stag style, because I've pretty much purchased all the other style that this character is selling. Either I purchased them from the original vendors, or I came here and I bought them from 10 marks of victory apiece later down the line. And here we're going to go see our friend Steel. Again, I'm taking the long way around for those who have a hard time finding their bearings in the watchtower. So here we have our friend Steel. So the cape that you're seeing that I'm using right now, Steel is also selling that cape. Although in this case, it's a tier 1 set of gear, but it's the very same cape that Power Girl is selling. It's the very same style, but the gear that Power Girl is selling is a bit more powerful than the gear that Steel is selling. But in terms of look, if what you want is a nice Superman cape, it's the very same thing. And Steel is also selling a chest piece that has a Superman emblem, although as you can see, it's a very robotic set of gear. So if you want to look like Superman, that doesn't really help, but it is a Superman emblem, so maybe you'll settle for that. You can see that the chest piece is 39 marks of victory. You can see the stats to the left. And this is a tier 1 set of gear. So basically, once you reach level 30, you gain access to the steel vendor. And if you want to purchase that chest piece, if you have the marks of victory, you can. And the same with the cape. As soon as the cape is 25 marks of victory, as soon as you have the currency for, you can buy it. I had to make a little pit stop for my mail. But now let's go see the tier 3 vendors. So starting from the mail, the tier 3 vendors are going to be over here. And they're selling a few sets of gear with some Superman emblems on it. It doesn't really look like Superman at all, but it is a Superman emblem. Also, as you can see, the emblem is really bright. You barely see it. So odds are you're going to have to tone down the colors in order to be able to properly see the emblem. Let's go more towards the dark. There we go. So if you want to see the emblem better, sadly you have to tone down the color that you're using. So either you have to get a color just for the emblem, or you're not going to be able to use the red as you would like to with this piece of gear. So personally, I would go with 1 red for my gear and 1 red just for the emblem, so that we can actually see what it looks like. It's a nice looking chest. It's probably the best looking of the 3 or of the 4 that we have access here. Like here you can see the tank version of this very same chest, and there you see the healer version. I will show the healer version a bit better later. So as you can see, you again you have the DPS gear. Make sure not to purchase the DPS gear because that's what the DPS gear looks like. You have to go further down, and there you will see the healer. In this case, the controller gear. But in the other console, you will see the healer gear, and the other console, you will see the tank gear. So you want to make sure that you go to the Order of Hell, and that's where you see the Kryptonian Commander style, which is the style for the controller. With this set of gear, they made one set of gear for each role. So healer have their set of gear, controller have their set of gear, tanks have their set of gear, and there's a DPS set of gear for everyone. Basically, that's what the DPS set of gear looks like. It looks more like a Transformers than Superman. But again, if you want a Superman emblem, it is an option. Not the best option, but it is an option. I've seen many people recreate Optimus Prime using the DPS gear. And this is the healer version. Basically, I got it from Prometheum lockboxes. So that's why, even though I'm a controller, I still have that style, that chest piece anyways. I was a bit lucky. I got that one quite a few times, so I have a few characters that have that in their styles, even if though they're not really using it. So last but not least, we're going to look at the Fallen God. Again, I'm going to take the long way around just to make sure that people know where to go. But I'm gonna check my mail first. There we go. Sorry about the delay. Let's go over there. Not sure why I was going to take the long way around. So basically we need to take a teleporter. Wrong way, but anyways. So we're going to take a teleporter in the very corner over here. If you take this teleporter, it can teleport you to the Typhoon's monster invasion. And once there, where's the little lady? That little lady is the one who will be selling us the gear we're looking for. So this chest, this style is called the Fallen God style. And you can see the chest piece is called the Rose Warrior Chest Guard. Again, on top you have the DPS gear. If you want the controller gear or healer gear or tank gear, you have to scroll down. And also there's the DPS and the controller gear, but there's also the Elite DPS and Elite controller gear. So you're gonna have to scroll all the way down to here. We have the controller version of the gear, and then if we keep on scrolling all the way down, we're going to go to the Elite version of the gear. The Elite version is a little different. It has a bit of shiny to it, as you can see. But in order to be able to purchase the Elite version, you need to get trusted renown with the Champions of Olympus. Basically what that means is that you have to run the Olympus raid, Elite version of the raid, and you have to run it over and over in order to be able to get some renown. And then you're going to be able to purchase that gear, assuming you have the marks for it. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So that's pretty much all. Well, all the main Superman emblems. There's a lot of gear that has, like, there's belts with the Superman emblems. There's a big ball with the Superman emblem on it. There's various other pieces with Superman emblems on it. But in order to have a Superman emblem, these are the main ones. I could have forgotten one. I hope not. So again, this is a question that comes back over and over. Hopefully, it will answer your questions. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.